This is Jason Rogash. I'm making a video today about John McCain. Of course, John McCain, the senator from Arizona, passed away over the weekend. He is being celebrated all over the media. Everybody is talking about what a great man he was, what a hero he was. I listened to a lot of sports talk radio, and I had to listen to uh, these sports jocks who don't know shit about politics and don't really care talk about his service to the country, and then he was shot down over in Vietnam, and he went into the Hanoi Hilton, and he had his arms broken and his balls stabbed, and all these things. I mean, he just went through the worst, and he was just such a hero. First of all, let me burst that little bubble, okay? John McCain is not a fucking American hero. John McCain was the son of an admiral. He was a rich kid. He was I think he wrecked 5 planes. I believe he crashed 5 planes, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going a lot of this off memory because I'm in school right now and trying to research videos. I'm going off memory, and I'm also going off some articles I've read. John McCain talks about public service in his little his little diatribe after he died, and his public service. He has made millions and millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars off his public service. Not only just being paid from your tax dollars and mine as a United States senator, but also all of the different things the different book deals and all the stuff, speaking tours and things like that. The guy has made millions and millions of dollars off of his quote unquote public service. So let's burst that fucking bubble. Secondly, let me give you just a few items that John McCain has been associated with. The Keating Five, look that up. Look up the Keating Five scandal. The Afghan and Iraq war, the Affordable Care Act, he voted against it. 85% of the time he has voted with Donald Trump. 85% of the time. Does anybody remember Sarah Palin? He chose Sarah Palin. Now, in his book afterwards, he said he wished he could have chosen Joe Lieberman, of all fucking people. Like, if you couldn't get a bigger war hawk than John McCain, then you would go to Joe Lieberman. Do you remember his funny little video, bomb, 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 Iran? Remember that? How about Meghan McCain, his horrible fucking daughter? He's not a maverick. He's just a con artist conservative. He's self-aware. He went on Saturday Night Live, and he was jovial when he'd be interviewed, and he seemed very self-aware, and which made it worse to me, because he knew what he was doing was some of the most detrimental shit to our country. John McCain has never taken a side that I would agree with at all. I remember in 2000, and this book, the screenshot is McCain's Promise by David Foster Wallace. David Foster Wallace, of course, wrote Infinite Jest, which is widely considered to be one of the great fictional books ever written, and certainly the best of the 90s, and ever written by somebody under 35. David Foster Wallace is dead now, regardless of that. He is my favorite fictional writer. I suggest you check out McCain's Promise. It was written in 2000, during the 2000 campaign, rather, when the Straight Talk Express, remember that, was rolling around the country. Foster Wallace covered it for a while, for Rolling Stone. Great book. Check it out. He was a rich kid, son of an admiral, like I said. The rebellion thing, they'd show him in these videos, he'd be wearing a leather jacket and a motorcycle, and he was a rebel. The guy was a pilot. He was a pilot in the military. I mean, he wasn't much of a rebel. And he followed in his father's footsteps. And when he got to Congress, he never did. The guy voted against the Martin Luther King. He was against the Martin Luther King Day in Arizona. He's not a good man. Borderline. A lot of people have called him a borderline racist. Just not a very good human being, and very jingoistic. He was a hell of a war hawk. I mean, such a war hawk that he molted. This guy was a leader in our country, and I think leaders, I like some of the independent media because they've really crushed him. They've really kind of burst the bubble, but the mainstream media is just, for the next week, next 3 or 4 days, they're going to tell you how great John McCain was and all these great things John McCain, and what a hero he was, and they're going to use one thing against you above all other things, and that's going to be his POW status. That is going to be something that the media will use over and over and over again. They're already doing it. They're creating a narrative, and they're ignoring all of the bad shit that John McCain did. In fact, they're covering up for him. Even when somebody dies, you don't just let them rest. You don't stop criticizing somebody once they die. And the media has really never criticized John McCain because the media liked John McCain. He was funny. He would joke around with them. But at the end of the day, not a very good man. Married to a beer heiress. He divorced his first wife and married her when he was having an affair. That's never been proven, but nonetheless. Not a big fan of John McCain, obviously, and I think people have, like I said, watching the media guffaw over this guy is just making me vomit. I'm glad he's fucking dead. He's just another mindless, mean-spirited, vicious conservative. And good riddance. Thank you for listening. And remember, folks, don't be, most people that listen to my videos and my channel, they don't acquiesce to authority. They're not real big authority people. Okay, they're not authoritarian. They don't really like to be ordered around, and they don't like the propaganda, and they probably don't even pay attention to most of the mainstream media. And it would probably be good not to for about a week. I'm in school like 5 hours a day, so I'm not paying much attention to any of this. I'm certainly not going to watch any state funerals, but listening to the whole media, from sports media to mainstream media, to tell you what a great guy he is. What a bunch of bullshit. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.